Hey everybody, Randy here with an all-new Geek World Order video. And once again, we're here and we're doing another toy review. Today, we're looking at Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Kickback. And man, this figure is awesome. Just look at him. So, gonna start in the alt mode for a change. Let's get a close up at the face here. Like, yo, like when you look at this, like this is like a G1 on steroids, man. This guy looks so much like his G1 original self. Like this guy looks like he just jumped out of the cartoon. That's how awesome he is. So let's take a quick look at the package because this is a little disappointing. This is the new Hasbro windowless packaging. You see that? There is no plastic in there. So if you're finding these in the stores, just look inside, just make sure, all the accessories are there that should be. Like I like when I got this guy at the store, I literally took my phone and shined the flashlight in it. Got some artwork of himself. There's some nice product artwork on the side. So that's sort of, you got your packaging, you got this. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like the tech specs are like on some kind of a QR code, which I don't know. I don't like that they're not really doing tech spec cards anymore, but I mean, I guess you can only say the same thing about the same character so many times. But yeah. Anyway, let's get into this awesome Transformer here. So he's got these great details. Like look at the wings. He's got these really nice translucent plastic wings that are very nice. He's got good color details on the head sculpt and everything is right. He's got the purple on the legs here. And just got that gold color on the insect back, which will become the main robot mode chest. And it's got the translucent yellow plastic because the original G1 toy was part of the Diaclone line. So basically they had they had cockpits that little pilots went into. So on the G1 you could actually open the chest and there would be nothing in there because the Transformers toys didn't include those pilots. So here, yeah, it doesn't open. It's just like a faux thing. So basically just there for the effect, which is nice. I love that attention to detail, which is why I said this guy looks like a G1 toy that on steroids, which Hasbro's been hitting them out of the park. They have had, like I said, with the Perceptor and some other toys, the current Hasbro products right now are just absolutely nailing it, man. They're making these super accurate, they're like little mini masterpiece figures. They're really getting the engineering right and everything. So he also has these accessories, which basically are swords. And you can hold them in his robot hands and you can put them together like this and they make like a super sword. It would help if I lined it up correctly, wouldn't it? But yeah, he's got that. Got a super sword. They've also got these tabs on the sides. So that basically, as you can see, there are actually some notches in the side of the wing. It might be a little hard to see in with the camera focus, but literally you can just take them and tabs into slots, basically. Yeah. So, and of course I try to do this as I'm like looking into the camera. Yeah, I can't even pretend to look at the camera right now. They can only go into like the outside of the wings here. And of course it wants to mess up on me because I'm on camera. So it can only go on the outside. You know. Oh. Yeah, one can only go on this. Yeah, so basically they're kind of limited to what they can do. There we go. Finally, I got one in there. So basically, they go on, they attach like that, and it'll look like that from there. So you've got some options. It's some onboard weapon storage. He also has the blaster, which will show, and he's actually got a hole right there. Well, it would be the robot back. So you can, so his weapon storage is actually pretty decent. You can actually kind of just hook it underneath. And it's not the worst placement for a weapon, but I'm gonna pull those off because this is how I like to display the toy. I just like it clean and simple, and I'll just kind of keep those stuff aside. So transformation is super, it's really simple. So basically on the back legs here, this part you're gonna rotate around. The foot is on a little ball joint there. And you can literally just turn it. And, oh yeah, you also got to turn them down. And they just turn. They turn and snap into the back of the legs. Easy enough, right? He's got these little things on his feet that you just pop them out like that. The arms, basically, you put them together like that. And you pop the wrist out of the arm like that. And basically that'll make his robot arm pretty much exactly like the G1 toy was. The wings you can do whatever you want with. I personally like to put them at about this angle. For me, I like the look of that the most. Basically the antennas, they're, they can move around and you can turn the head around. And the other part, mainly why I chose to do the robot, like start with the alt mode first, is because there's this little tab that flips down and goes into the back. And on mine, the joint is like super tight. And I didn't want to sit here and fiddle with it and have to go get something to pry it out. So, but let's get a look at his head sculpt. Like, look at that. Like, he literally just jumped out of the cartoon. And he's like, hey, oh, hey. Kickback here. But dude. So, yeah. He's got some pretty good arm articulation. It goes all the way around. You've got... You can do a full rotation at the upper arm. The arm pretty much just does that, the bend. Transformation doesn't really allow for much in the way of hand movement. Legs are pretty much, he's got an okay, basically because of that part, he's got about 90 degree of movement. Does have the, wait, let me check. Does he have the, okay, yes. Basically, he has like this insane amount of ankle tilt. And honestly, for these legacy figures, so much ankle tilt. Like, I've got a couple of these so far. I'll do videos on the other ones, but man, there is so much ankle tilt on the legacy figures. So their posability is fantastic. It is super great. But yeah. So you can put a blaster in his hand. See, he's got his blaster. And like the blaster's got some nice detail to it. I like it. Got that little purple detail right there on that little on that little disc under there. So it's probably like the energy cell, you know, like the power cell for the gun. You can give him the sword like that. Or, like I said, you can do the double sword. He's got pegs all over the place. Like, you could put it up there in his arm joint. You could do it forward. Or you can move it down to the arm. Like, he's got like an arm sword. Basically, like, you know, kind of just slashing with the arm there. So, or you could clip the wings. You could clip them back onto the wings there, but for my personal taste, I don't like that. I think I'd rather have the swords in his arms. Might just keep the one in his hand like that. But yeah, this is Kickback. And honestly, this is a great toy. Oh, and he's got a waist rotation. Awesome. I think he can just do a full 360. Yes, it can. I think the head can do... Yep, the head can do a full 360. So, yeah, his articulation is really good. Kind of do some cool posing like that, and it's got the... Yeah, he's got the ankle tilt, so you can have him do like kind of an extreme split. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, this is Transformers Legacy Kickback. And man, this figure is great. This thing looks like a G1 toy that just jumped right out of the screen. Once again, Hasbro is nailing these. They are hitting them out of the park. I enjoy this figure. So, and I hope you do too if you pick it up. So, I think that'll do it for this one, guys. Leave a comment, like the video, thumbs up, share it, all that awesome stuff, and I will see you all next time.